In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NFL game happening on October 31st, 2024, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NFL game after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Houston Texans versus New York Jets. As we embark on Week 9 of the NFL season, fans can look forward to an exciting clash of American Football Conference rivals taking place in the scenic Garden State. This Thursday night football matchup features the Houston Texans making the relatively brief journey to face off against the New York Jets. In their most recent game, the Texans managed to secure a narrow 23-20 victory at home against the Indianapolis Colts, although they did not cover the spread as a 4.5-point favorite. Meanwhile, the Jets suffered a disappointing 25-22 defeat on the road against the New England Patriots in their last outing, losing outright despite being favored by 7 points. Historically, in the regular season series between these two teams, the Jets have enjoyed a 7-3 advantage, having emerged victorious in the last 2 encounters, including a commanding 30-6 win at home in their latest matchup on December 10, 2023. This season has been challenging for the New York Jets, who currently hold a record of 2-6 following their recent loss to the Patriots by a score of 25-22. The Jets initially held the upper hand in the game, leading 13-7 at halftime and even extending their advantage to 22-17 in the fourth quarter. However, they fell victim to a game-winning touchdown by the Patriots with just 22 seconds remaining, sealing their fate. Despite outgaining New England 336-247 and maintaining a clean turnover slate with neither team losing possession, the Jets struggled to convert on crucial third downs, finishing the game with a 4-10 success rate. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers threw for 233 yards and recorded 2 touchdown passes, while running back Breece Hall contributed significantly with 80 yards on 16 carries. Before this contest, the Jets faced a series of defeats against formidable opponents such as Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Minnesota, and Denver. This season, New York's offense has managed to score an average of 19 points per game, with 224.5 yards through the air and 86.1 yards on the ground. Conversely, the defense has allowed an average of 21 points per game. They have achieved a 39.8% conversion rate on third downs, although they have only succeeded once in 5 attempts on fourth down throughout the season. Aaron Rodgers has completed 61.6% of his passes for a total of 1,896 yards, along with 12 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, while Breece Hall has accumulated 428 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns thus far. On the other side of the field, the Houston Texans are enjoying a solid season with a record of 6-2 after their latest victory against the Colts, where they edged out a 23-20 win. The Texans displayed resilience by leading 17-10 at halftime and extending their lead to 23-13 in the fourth quarter, but they faced intense pressure late in the game and barely held on for the win. Houston outgained Indianapolis 363-303, won the turnover battle 2-1, although their third down efficiency left much to be desired as they managed only 4-13 conversions. Quarterback C.J. Stroud threw for 285 yards and connected on 1 touchdown, while running back Joe Mixon rushed for 102 yards and found the end zone once. Prior to this victory, the Texans faced a close defeat against the Green Bay Packers, losing 24-22, but they had earlier secured wins against strong teams such as New England, Buffalo, and Jacksonville. The Texans have averaged 23.5 points per game this season, racking up 232.5 passing yards and an impressive 118.9 rushing yards. On defense, they have allowed an average of 22 points per game. So far, they have converted 38.9% of their third down attempts and have achieved a 5-8 record on fourth downs this season. C.J. Stroud has shown impressive form, completing 66.5% of his passes passes for a total of 1,948 yards, with 11 touchdowns and just 4 interceptions, while Joe Mixon has been a reliable option in the backfield with 503 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns to his name. Odds makers are indicating that we can expect a closely contested matchup this Thursday night, with the Jets being slight favorites. Despite currently experiencing a challenging 5-game losing streak, I believe this could be an opportune moment for the Jets to finally break free from their slump. The current state of the Jets franchise appears to be increasingly bleak. There seems to be uncertainty regarding how New York can turn things around at this point in the season. The team has made significant changes, including firing their head coach, acquiring a talented new wide receiver, and experimenting with various offensive strategies in recent games. However, despite these efforts, they have now recorded 5 consecutive losses. Although it is difficult to find positive aspects regarding the Jets' struggles, the upcoming matchup on Thursday may provide a rare opportunity for redemption. In several games this season, including their latest loss, the Jets arguably should have emerged victorious. They dominated many key statistics against the Patriots, outgaining them 336 to 247, earning more first downs and averaging 5.9 yards per play compared to New England's 3.9 yards. At halftime, they held what felt like a secure 13-7 lead. Unfortunately, they faltered in the second half, missing a field goal, punting twice, and allowing the Patriots to score 18 unanswered points. This puzzling outcome has left fans and analysts alike scratching their heads. With their season hanging in the balance, the Jets will host the Texans in a game that feels like a critical juncture for their campaign. Meanwhile, the Texans continue to find ways to win, though their victories have not come without challenges. Quarterback C.J. Stroud has faced significant adversity, having been sacked the 4th most times among all quarterbacks this season as they head into Week 9, and he has been hurried more than any other quarterback in the league. For context, Jalen Hurts, another prominent quarterback, has only been hurried 18 times this season. While the Jets' defense has been inconsistent this year, they have managed to excel at putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks, achieving sacks on 9.31% of plays, which ranks 4th in the league. Stroud might also be feeling some apprehension heading into Thursday's game, as he had a rough outing at this very venue last year, throwing for just 91 yards with no touchdowns in Week 14 of the 2023 season. Both teams boast formidable defenses, and for the Jets to overcome their current struggles, it is crucial that their defense steps up significantly in this matchup. One concerning factor for the Texans is the absence of their top 2 wide receivers, Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs. Although Houston still has capable receivers, the absence of these 2 key players could hinder their ability to create explosive plays in the passing game. Moreover, the Jets possess one of the league's more formidable rushing defenses, allowing an average of just 4.2 yards per carry, which ranks 6th in the NFL. Given the injuries to the Texans' receiving core, it may prove difficult for them to transition effectively into a run-heavy offense, especially against such a tenacious New York defense. Overall, my inclination is to fade the Texans in this matchup. So the New York Jets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. C.J. Stroud has faced relentless pressure this season, being hurried, sacked, and thoroughly challenged while operating behind center. Last year at MetLife Stadium, he struggled significantly, throwing for a mere 91 yards before suffering an injury inflicted by the very same Jets defense, underscoring the respect they command from him. Fortunately for the Texans, their run blocking has shown marked improvement this season. Joe Mixon has been performing exceptionally well, gaining over 100 yards in each of his last 3 starts, and has been instrumental in helping the Texans convert challenging 3rd and 4th downs. I anticipate that the Texans will rely heavily on their ground game early and often, similar to their strategies against other teams known for their high-pressure defenses, such as Denver and Minnesota. The situation is somewhat analogous for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers has endured a tough season, having been sacked 18 times and knocked down 34 times. This ongoing challenge has significantly impacted his success in New York. The Texans rank 3rd in the league in terms of total sacks and 8th in pressure rate. Much like the Jets, Houston's defensive unit is filled with talented players who excel in tight coverage, making it difficult for opposing quarterbacks to find success. When examining the overall trends, Houston has seen the under cash in 6 of their 8 games this season concerning the total points scored. The Texans have split their 4 road games with respect to the total, going over in their victories against Indianapolis and New England while staying under in losses to the Packers and Vikings. Meanwhile, the Jets have recorded a 4-3-1 mark in terms of overs in their 8 games this season. They have managed to stay under the total in 2 of their 3 home games this year, including a win against New England and a loss to the Broncos, while narrowly exceeding the total in their loss to Buffalo. In this matchup, defense will undoubtedly take center stage. With mounting injuries affecting both teams, and given that both squads will need to lean heavily on their running games, this matchup is expected to develop into a slow-paced, low-scoring affair. In conclusion, this matchup appears destined to be slow-moving and may not appeal to fans who dislike defensive battles. However, for those who appreciate the strategic elements of a defensive contest, this game should prove to be intriguing. Bill Belichick, in particular, will likely find delight in the outcome. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.